Hi everyone, this is Ms. Granger. In this video, we're going to go over how we evaluate sources, and it is a process called OPCVL. You're going to find this on the back of your Unit 4 Lesson 1 note paper, and it should look like this. So you're going to see Part 2 OPCVL, and they stand for particular words that we will write up here in the top. But this is a process that we can use to evaluate primary and secondary sources, which you should have already learned about from the previous video. You will be referring back to this exact document and this exact chart as we go through this unit. So let's get ready to fill in the blanks and learn about OPCVL. So the O in OPCVL stands for origin. Where did something come from? What is the background? What's the context? So as we go through, we would answer and think about these questions. Who is the author? Who wrote it? What type of document is it? Is it a newspaper? Is it a diary? Is it a speech? Is it a law? What is it? Third, when was the document written? What is the year? What's the approximate date? What do we know about when? Fourth, does it have a title? Or is it more of a journal entry where it wouldn't necessarily have a title as opposed to a law that's on the books that would? And then this, finally with origin, is it a primary or a secondary source, which again you learned about previously. The second type of way that we evaluate sources is called the purpose. The purpose really tells us why, that's this first word, why is the author writing this? Why did they go to all the trouble of creating this document? And in that, what is this author saying? What is their main point? And then finally, who is the author's audience? Who are they trying to reach? Who do they want this document or source to even be meaningful to? The third letter here for C is content. Content is basically information. So summarize the content or information. What are the main ideas? What are the big things that the author or authors are trying to convey? Fourth, we have the letter V, and the V stands for value. There's a lot of sources out there, and some of them are more useful than others. So we want to make sure that when we look at a source, it has some kind of value or it adds some kind of weight to an argument. So what makes this document valuable is this first one. Why is this an important document? Second, how does this type of document add value? If it's a speech, how did the speech aspect of the document or the source have meaning or value? If it's a diary, how does the diary add a new perspective to an event? And then finally, we would include any specific details about the document that you think might be important overall. Our last letter here is L, and L stands for limitations. Now, limitation means some kind of restriction, or it's that we have to be smart about kind of reading between the lines. What might be missing from the document or the source that would actually add value to it. So what parts of the document may not be helpful when researching this topic? Is there any kind of fluff information that we don't really need? Is there a perspective that's really missing? Did they leave out certain groups of people? We have to kind of look at what is being limited. And then finally, how is this type of document a limitation? So again, how might a diary be a limitation? That might be a perspective issue. If it's a diary, it's typically a first-person account, and that's one person's experience. So a limitation of a diary might be that we don't get everyone's perspective, for example. So again, you will be using this chart and this part of your notes throughout our whole unit. So be sure to have this handy because you will be flipping back and forth to this exact page. Good job, and see what the next directions might be.